So guys, now let's quickly discuss how we can configure dynamic path. So configuring the dynamic path is really very easy, right? So I want that any internal users who is sitting inside the XYZ corporation must be able to access any device on an open internet, but all the traffic that will go out from inside to outside interface of this Cisco ASA firewall will have the source IP address 100.0.0.55, right? So this is source IP and the source port number would be some port number, some translated port number. So you can see that the network address translation configuration for this dynamic path is very easy. You first create an object network, and inside this object network we are configuring the subnet which represents the inside network of XYZ Corporation. So you can see that inside this subnet all the IP address of the type 10.00x will be accommodated, right? And now on this subnet I'm configuring a network address translation rule which says that NAT inside outside use the keyword dynamic and specify the public IP address, right? So this configuration translates to that if source IP address of the packet belongs to this subnet, right, and packet arrives on inside interface of Cisco ASA firewall, then change the source IP address of the packet from whatever it is 10.00x to 100.0.0.55 and change the port number of the packet, that is the source port number of the packet, from whatever value it is x to any random value, let's say r, where r value will be chosen from this range. So in port address translation, the ASA firewall pick up a random port number from this range, right? And such a packet will go out of the interface outside. So this is the meaning of this configuration, right? Alternatively, you can also configure the second statement instead of first statement. The only difference is that now you are not explicitly specifying an IP address, but you are specifying an interface, just a fixed keyword interface. It means that any packet that goes out of the Cisco ASA firewall will change its source IP address from whatever IP address which belongs to this subnet to an IP address which is configured on an outside interface. So it means that all the packet will go from inside to outside with source IP address translated to 100.0.0.1. And of course, the source port number would be translated to some random value, right? So if the user don't want to specify an explicit IP address, then he can also specify the keyword interface, right? So the configuration of dynamic path is very easy. You need to configure this dynamic path configuration on this Cisco ASA firewall and try to use packet tracer utility to send any TCP or UDP traffic from inside interface, and you can see that how it undergoes translation. We have already done this exercise in the previous lab. So this was all about dynamic path. And now in the next lecture video, we will discuss the last topic in this network address translation lesson, and that last topic is twice NAT.